An Antifa woman was shot by ICE after trying to ram them with a vehicle. Police were told to stand down after feds were requesting assistance. And the White House UFC fight details have been released. We have a date. We have these stories and so much more. This is your daily injection of political crack. Let's go. Starting with the story that was circulating this weekend. There's this video going around of an SUV ramming this ICE vehicle off the road. It continues. Apparently, a woman was shot. Now you can see they chased the vehicle and ram it off the road. And now everyone was saying that this was the situation when the woman was shot, but this actually happened a day before a woman was shot by ICE. This was a different situation, and we're actually going to come back to this story later. Everything all ties in really weird today. What actually happened is that these two boxed in some ICE officers with their vehicle, and they were armed with a weapon.
Marimar Martinez and Anthony Ian Santos Ruiz are from Chicago. Both are accused of using their cars to ram a vehicle being driven by federal agents on South Kedzie. They then allegedly boxed the agents in. Those agents shot and wounded Martinez. And this is video showing protests around the time of the incident. Martinez and Ruiz are charged with forcibly assaulting, impeding, and interfering with a federal law enforcement officer. They are being held in custody. Several federal agents were also hurt and taken to the hospital.
This is the woman that was in the vehicle. She goes by LaMaggie, but she's also known for doxing ICE agents. LaMaggie is her internet name. Her real name is Marimar Martinez. And we just wanted to check. They actually did have weapons in the car. So here it is right on the Homeland Security website. The woman, Marimar Martinez, driving one of the vehicles, was armed with a semi-automatic weapon. So it was multiple vehicles, apparently. Here's one of the vehicles, the one that was shot at that she was driving, with 2 bullet holes in the windshield. Now, remember that video we looked at of the ICE vehicle being run off the road by an SUV? This is the audio of the police talking and being told to stand down and not assist those officers.
Where that offending vehicle crashed, they ran the federal agent off the road. They fled on foot westbound 37th place from Kedzie. It was a male Hispanic younger wearing all black clothing.
Yeah, send the cars in that direction. Have them stay put 2 or 3 blocks away, all right? Have them hold tight until I give you further direction, please.
That sounded like the dispatch was like, what am I being told to say here? I heard it in his voice. That's what I'm hearing. You guys tell me what you're hearing, but that's what I heard in that guy's voice.
So the chief of patrol, clear everybody up. We're not responding over there.
Chief of Patrol said all units clear out from there. We're not sending anybody over to that location.
What? That is cops not helping cops. That is a whole new level of divide. I've never seen anything like this. I've never heard of this. Apparently, this is the guy that made the order. That's what everyone's saying. He's Patrol Chief John Hine. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what Twitter is saying right now. And here's our favorite sheriff, Sheriff Grady Judd, dropping the comedy and the humor for a moment to share his thoughts on this situation.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Grady Judd. I've spent my entire adult life in law enforcement. And I have never heard of one law enforcement agency not helping another when they call for help until this weekend. When a chief of patrol, where the Chicago Police Department instructed the police officers not to run in and help their colleagues who were calling for help, who were under attack by a bunch of people clearly violating the law.
If you have Sheriff Grady Judd dropping the comedy and condemning other cops for doing something, that's crazy as fuck. This is like 3 weeks after Charlie Kirk, rest in peace, Charlie. Things are still crazy. Things have not calmed down. In fact, I feel like things are heating up. When the cops start turning on each other, that means that this system that we have in place, this structure, is now like seriously fractured. In other news, it's been confirmed that the UFC White House event is going to happen on Trump's birthday. He just gave a speech talking about it.
And on June 14th, next year, we're going to have a big UFC fight at the White House, right at the White House on the grounds.
That's Trump's birthday. That's the greatest birthday present of all time for Trump. That's crazy. This is the emperor's birthday. I wish I could go. I looked it up. How do I buy White House UFC in-person tickets? You can't. You have to get invited. Sponsor or media or whatever, you know, you have to know somebody. Yeah, this is invite only event. They are not for sale. Just imagine. I mean, they won't have people just standing around like that, but just imagine. I actually like this one more. This one looks pretty good. That's a badass imagining. Could they build a big structure overhead like that? And if you don't know, Trump's a big fan of UFC. Here's a real picture. This is just from earlier this year. What if, hey, maybe we can get a McGregor versus Diaz, huh? Hey, will McGregor come back and fight in the White House? That would be a great way for him to come out of retirement. Hopefully he doesn't get rocked. It is now time for Daily Crash Outs. Oh, we have this woman here. She has been told to move her car. She's parked in front of the ICE facility. They're telling her to move, and she won't move.
Tough guys with the helmets. Come on out. Where the less lethals at? Come on. Come on.
Sitting there antagonizing, won't move. Gotta move. These people are so dumb. Why are you fucking with these cops?
What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, it's time for you to go. Oh. Now she's gonna make it worse. Just be cooperative. Just be cooperative.
Oh my God.
Yep, now her titties popping up. Yeah. She's escalating it. Be cooperative, dude. They got her by all limbs, bro. Be cooperative. Stop being a punk ass bitch. Yeah.
You guys are pulling your fucking clothes off.
When I was a kid, my dad taught me not to fuck with the cops because they will shoot you or put you in jail. Enjoy the federal charges. Jesus Christ. She believes that because she's a woman and a Muslim that she cannot get arrested.
Ma'am, I need you to take a seat.
Why am I being arrested?
We told you.
He tried to. What do you mean? He tried to kill me. He tried to assassinate me.
Ma'am, please take a seat.
I am a woman.
Tried to assassinate me.
You're touching me, even though I told you I'm a Muslim.
Thank
You're
you.
still touching me.
Ma'am,
Okay, you're gonna pay for this. You know? Do not touch me. Do not come close to me.
can you scoot this way a
Come
little
close
bit?
to me. You know I'm a Muslim.
Can you scoot this way a little bit,
You
please?
know I'm a Muslim. Islamophobia. You did it. You did your Islamophobia.
Can you scoot
You did it.
just
You
a little bit
protected
so
your
I can
own
get
white
the
people.
seatbelt
So
on?
cringe.
You ordered it, and you protected your own white people.
Well, then I will
Okay,
That's so
you know, the
cringe.
Muhammad is gonna take it. You know, the Muhammad is gonna take it.
Holy shit. That's wild. It reminds me of that one South Park episode where there was like a trans person sitting at a bar and they're like watching porn on their phone. And then the bartender's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, you can't watch porn at the bar. And then the woman was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm trans. The guy was like, oh, my bad. Do whatever the fuck you want. TikToker calls to hunt down ICE agents and appears to want to threaten and harm their children.
Hi, you know, ICE agents have children too. Most of them have children too. And it's not as hard as you think to figure out who they are, where they go to school, their names. It's not hard at all.
It's funny how they're like uploading this themselves. Self-report. It's so wild. That's how stupid they are. Liberal man says to start shooting ICE agents that show up in your neighborhood.
What the fuck are we even talking about here? If ICE shows up to your neighborhood, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. It's time to start fucking shooting at them. If they show up to your neighborhood, and I'm talking to you, Border Patrol Officer Joe, it's time we start shooting at Joe.
Shoot them, find their children. Here's Kamala Harris. She's crashing out too. She she says that Trump has no mandate and it was the toughest, closest presidential election in the 21st century.
And here's the other thing.
Here's the other thing.
Quite unprecedented.
Uh-huh.
And it was the tightest, closest presidential election in the 21st century. He does not have a mandate. That is not a mandate. That is not a mandate.
She better not run again, dude. I swear to God. That'd be so annoying. Can't believe how many people voted for her either. She is so stupid. But to be fair to a lot of these people, that to them it's just red versus blue. She's blue, so they vote. That's how they see it. Prepare yourselves. This one's deep. Trigger warning. This guy stabbed this boy to death in his sleep. He has served 10 years in prison and has now been released because of good behavior. These people right here are who everyone is mad at. Everyone's upset with them because they are the Kentucky Parole Board. Apparently, they must have been responsible for letting this guy out. Here is what the father had to say about his experience.
Held him, told him in my arms, and finally, they took his last breath, looked at me, and closed his eyes, and he was gone.
I'm not against bringing back insane asylums. Throw this motherfucker in there. Why are we okay, fine. Maybe he served some time and he's like good behavior. No, that insane asylum. Greta Thunberg's back in the news. She's been released from Israel. She was in jail for a brief period of time. She's now been deported. I don't know if I believe her or not, but here's what she has to say about her experience.
And I could talk for a very, very long time about our mistreatment and abuses in our imprisonment. Trust me, but that is not the story. What happened here was that Israel, while continuing to worsen and escalate their genocide and mass destruction with genocidal intent, attempting to erase an entire population, an entire nation in front of our very eyes.
Bro, they should have kept her longer. What the f, bro? Why'd you let her out so soon? I can understand them not wanting to deal with her because she's so fucking annoying, though. Trump talked about it.
She's just a troublemaker, you know. I mean, she's no longer into the environment, now she's into this. She's a troublemaker. She has an anger management problem. I think she should see a doctor. She needs anger. If you ever watch her, she's a young person. She's so angry. She's so crazy. Now you can have her. She's just a troublemaker.
Yeah, we don't want her, bro. Like, I'm glad she's European, bro. Like, you guys just keep her. Portland, Antifa, and ICE are still clashing. I'm just giving you a brief update. Not much has changed. Just more of the same. But oh, we can't play the music. But here we go. Here's this guy. This guy refused to walk, so they gave him a ride, and then they added the rolling song to it, bro. See me rolling. He's carting him away. It is also now day 5 of the Schumer shutdown, and the sombrero memes continue. This is your update. Nothing has changed. Do you feel like anything's changed? Nothing changed for me. Okay, here we go. Sombrero memes. Hey, day 6. Let's go. That's funny as fuck, dude. In other news, apparently the Biden FBI spied on 8 Republican senators as part of its Arctic frost investigation, according to Senator Chuck Grassley.
Solicitation of these telephone records, which I think emphasizes the political weaponization that was behind all this effort.
That guy is so old. Oh my God. I mean, okay, I believe this, actually. I believe this stuff is true, but my God, is that guy old. We don't really talk about video games much on this channel. Shout out to my gaming channel. Look up Stanimus Gaming on YouTube, and I'm also Papa Stanimus on Twitch. But this is pretty big news. Elon Musk tweeted this. He says the XAI game studio will release a great AI generated game before the end of next year. And here's like a little AI thing, you know, you can see us get a little audio to it, so you can make little videos. But yeah, I think like real-time generation with video is going to eventually become real-time generation gaming. Like it'll just generate the video game in real time in front of you, keeping in mind everything that it's already shown you so far. So it keeps track of its past logic. We're in a new era. Electricity was just invented, essentially. Everything's changing. And finally, Stephen Hawking's he's back to life, and now he's in the Olympics. What? Let's go, bro. I'm proud of you.
Rolling up to the edge of history.
Little speedo cap.
Controlling that chair as he tips forward. Perfect rotation.
All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. See ya.